Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. This is our off-air podcast that we do 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can also listen to our other podcasts like Miguel and Holly Full Show Podcast, Queen City Confessions, Blown Off. And for the OG fan members, we did headphone karaoke this morning on the show. We did the Taylor Swift edition of headphone karaoke.
So fun.
Yes. I always wonder for the Charlotte folks, like this is their second time hearing the headphone karaoke, if they're like, what is this train wreck?
Yeah, it has been described as a train wreck. Somebody did text in and be like, what am I listening to?
What is this?
That's a valid question. That is a valid question.
It is. I'm waiting for the overlords of iHeartRadio to be like, I don't know if that's the best.
They're like, when we hired you, you're great, but we thought you were on leave that in Tampa.
Yeah, because that's what happened when we did it in Tampa when we first started. We didn't tell them we were doing it.
No.
Because like usually what happens in the radio behind the scenes, like for daily topics of like something crazy happening in Holly's life or Kelvin's life or my life, we just do it. But usually for something that is a reoccurring thing, you usually have to have a whole conversation. Is it something that should happen? And
get it approved.
Right.
Yeah. Do we really want this to be like y'all's thing? You got to ask.
But sometimes you got to, what's the phrase?
Not ask for permission, but forgiveness.
Yes. And I'm like, listen, no one is ever going to approve that bit. No one is ever. That you have to like help the listeners love it. And then when it's like really good and people are like asking for it, and then when the higher ups finally listen in and they're like, whoa, what's this? And you're like, I don't know.
You're like, well, look, people love it though.
Yeah.
Did you see that people love it? And they're like, I guess.
Yes. So, but with any job, people do that all the time. My friends that work at other professions say they do that too. And I'm like, it's part of the process to move the goalpost.
Yes. You just got to do it.
I want to give a shout out to Zinda. Hey, y'all. Happy Friday. Her and Melody are like just consistent. Every morning when we do our Monday through Friday check-in at the beginning of the show, they're always the first ones to pop in and say hello and good morning.
And sometimes the only ones.
Yes. And, it's fine.
And that's okay.
Got that notification on.
Yeah. But it's just so nice because it's like we wake up with you guys. We're doing this for you and you're doing it for us because we're like, does anyone actually care that we're at, 5:56 a.m. making a video? And sometimes I'm like, ain't nobody. But no. Zinda and Melody are both ready to go.
Yes. So thank you all so much for always being there. And Emma said that we're not on YouTube, so I'm not sure what's happening, but hopefully it'll pop up here soon.
I just checked it. It seems like it's working fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Soul Worker Stacy will be popping in here in just a little bit, and so we'll be chatting with her about stuff. But today we've been talking all about Taylor Swift, and I kind of wanted to ask Kelvin because today's show was chock full. You're not a big Taylor Swift fan. Why is it? Just the music doesn't speak to you? I've always wanted to ask you why.
We've talked about this before at the bar, and then you got really heated. So,
I did.
You definitely did.
I
was talking to your friend Leighton, and Leighton and I were both agreeing that, like, I just don't understand. For me, for a pop star, has incredible vocals, who can give me really, really great music, and I tend to judge Taylor Swift, and also danceability is also something that I feel like should be part of the package, and I just don't think she gives me any of that. I don't really relate to a lot of her music. I don't really care. And you know what? That's me though. That's my thing. I don't have a lot of heartbreak, which I'm really thankful for, right? So I don't have a song.
Must be nice.
I mean, you're better off though because you had relationships. I had no relationships. Nobody liked me enough. So anyways, I don't have
let's focus on that part. When you say
no, bitch.
Wait, no, let's go there. When you say that
I want to keep going about Taylor Swift.
When no one liked you. I know, we'll come back to that. Got it. Okay.
No, because you often complain about how your dating life was so bad, but then I hear you talk about like, well, I had this ex and then I had this other ex, and I'm like, bitch, I didn't have any. So it's very interesting, different perspectives. Anyways, back to Taylor Swift. Yeah, she can't dance. Her singing live is really not that good. I think she can carry a tune. Obviously, she's a singer, but she's not like the best voice of all time. And I'm pretty sure she's aware of that. So I'm not clocking the girl for it. And yeah, I tend to judge her on certain basic lyrics like "Shake It Off" or "We Are Never Getting Back Together." It's just very elementary for me. But I can understand.
See how I got mad.
Look at Miguel's face. Like you can just.
But like
especially after drinking, I can see how I got mad.
Yeah, you definitely did. But then you think about Beyonce, and like I wish Beyonce had the same numbers that Taylor Swift does. Like, and I get it; it's completely different. I understand that. I just don't understand why one is just celebrated so much more than the other. Beyonce gives you incredible vocals. I really can't stand it when people, and I don't stand Beyonce like that, but I don't understand when people are like, she can't sing. You've never gone to her concert. She is an incredible vocalist.
Oh yeah, well, I don't think anybody should be saying that. That's just stupid and wrong.
Yes,
right.
Her dance ability is top notch. You know, and when I say that, people are like, well, what about Gaga? I know Gaga isn't the best dancer. I'm not going crazy about her dance skills either.
She's decent.
She's decent. She's okay. And yeah, I think Beyonce gives me that energy, that vibe of a pop queen. And I just don't understand why people give that to Taylor. But I've also learned to not, yuck the yum. Like if you like it, I love it. Go for it. You know. So that's my opinion on Taylor Swift.
Oh no. Miguel got his face on.
Go ahead, girl.
I wanted to hear, listen, like yucking your yum. This is one of the things I have learned with my husband, Abe, is he will present an argument like that. And then I will lose my ever-loving shit on him. And the last time it happened, I had to tell myself to calm down just because like I think what happens is I feel very deeply about things. And when I choose and I feel something in my soul, and sort of like you, Holly, when you get really frustrated when you're not being heard and people don't understand you and you get really worked up, I think that's how I get when people, like, I understand if someone doesn't like what I like, that's fine.
Right.
Because not everyone's going to like the same thing. But when people actively like say they don't like something, I'm like, okay, bitch, calm the fuck down. And so that's why I'm like, all right, I can see I disagree with most points you made, but I can see where if you don't have an emotional connection, then everything else is mute. Yeah. And there's no debating it. There's no trying to make it better, because I feel like with music, it is emotion. Absolutely. And that's why one of the few things I will agree with Kanye West on is I feel like at the end of the day, we shouldn't have award ceremonies for arts, for like movies and
about
music.
Like which one is the best one.
Right. Because it's so subjective. Like I remember when the last time that I really lost my shit on Abe was when we went to go see Smile 2.
Oh.
And the movie, and it's a horror movie, and I love horror movies, so we went to the movies to see it.
It was so good.
I was like living.
Fantastic.
It had everything I wanted. And so like the credits roll, and I was like, man, that was a good movie. And I look over him and he was like, that was horrible. That was so bad. I didn't get it. And I was like, what the fuck? How dare you? And then people started looking, and I was like, wait.
You're like, actually,
I need to calm down.
I get that when people talk shit about everything everywhere all at once. And I've tried to say it in a non-insulting, if that's a word, non-insulting way.
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, you just don't get it. Like, you have to have sort of like an intelligence or like kind of like an understanding to get it. And that is super insulting. Some people just don't fucking like something really weird like that.
Right.
Even though I do agree it is a smart movie.
It is a very intelligent film, but it is also very nuanced, and you really have to have media literacy, and you have to have done pretty well in like understanding layers of things. Right. And like, what is it? Would it be like analogy or simile or metaphor, stuff like that? Like you'd have to do really well in that type of imagery.
Right. And so everything is different. And so to Taylor Swift,
keep going. Hold on. I gotta answer my phone.
Oh, you're fine.
I'll tell you in a minute.
And so like with Taylor Swift, I just feel like if you don't get the emotion, because like I was like a Taylor Swift appreciator for the first, like the country album. And then I remember, because of where I was in my life and what was happening, when 1989 came out, when she was reintroducing herself to the world as a pop star, I was reintroducing myself to the radio world as a host of a show and not just a third mic and producer. And so there was a lot of similarities. And so I remember being like, oh my gosh, like, I think I understand why people love her so much. And so I felt throughout, and now I kind of got lost a little bit during the like tortured poets department and folklore, because I've said this plenty of times. It was during the pandemic when I was like, girl, I can't be sad with you. Like the world is literally falling apart. Yes. I can't be sad with you. And so I took a little break and then I came back after that. And so so I get it, but that's why it's always interesting to me. But I can see how I probably lost my shit at the bar when you said that, because I can see how I'd be like, really, bitch? You can't compare the two. You can't compare Taylor and Beyonce.
You can't compare, but like the ability is not the same. And that's the thing that I don't understand. But I am very aware that like her songs can make you feel so comforted, can make you feel heard and understood, on top of it being a little bit catchy, on top of it being, you know, a great just memory for you too. Because, you know, with albums, like you said, 1989, that album brings you back to a certain time of your life. I can tell you every single Gaga album and where I was. So the same way, like I understand that. So who am I to say that that's not valid for somebody when I do it myself for Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did I miss anything crazy?
No, we were just talking.
Okay. Maya is shopping with a friend and the friend's mom right now. And I told her, you're not to buy a dress because you don't need a dress for this Halloween dance. You have one. You just got to buy shoes. And of course she calls me and because she had sent me a picture of the dress. And I'm like, I told you you're not buying a dress. And she goes, okay, I'm going to get the dress, but it's only $15. I'll go, okay, well, that's pretty good. She goes, but the shoes, they're sparkly and bedazzled and they're so great. And they're $50. But listen, they're BOGO, they're buy one, get one half off. And my friend and I was just like, okay. I said, I gave you a limit. Stick to your limit. I trust you to be responsible and you do whatever you need to do within the limit. I love you. Okay. That's what happened just now.
Period.
Teaching them.
Period.
Like, listen, if there's a budget, you got to stick to the budget.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I set a limit. So we're just going to see how that goes.
That's so crazy how money's changed. I remember when I told my mom when I got to high school, our yearbooks were $70. She almost punched me in the face. And she was like, what? That's why I got on yearbook staff, so I can get free yearbooks, because she was not about to pay for it.
Yeah. Oof. Goodness.
Let's welcome Soul Worker Stacy.
Hey.
Hi. How are you guys?
Are we good? Doing good.
Wonderful. How you doing, girl?
I'm great. Happy Tay-Tay Day.
Yes.
All who celebrate, we just had that whole conversation.
Yes.
Have you been listening?
I was listening to this. I have listening. I have been listening. I've been texting Holly, you know, dissections and thoughts that I was having. But I have a lot of mixed reviews on this album, so I have not enough experience with it yet to really have it touch me the way the others have. It's new.
Well,
it's very new.
We'll talk about it because we don't have anybody that we're reading today.
I know. I could feel it. Because it's like, wait a second, like, my vibe isn't like vibing. I'm like, this is so weird.
But I do want to see and ask you about celebrities. I mean, because this episode is going to be a lot about the celebrity world and stuff, and like who you can feel, what you can feel, like what do you have access to, Stacy, and like how does that work?
Girl. Oh, it does. Okay. Oh my, it's so bizarre that you say this today of all days. Can I just talk about Candace Owens for half a second?
Oh,
yeah, I know. Totally not what you were expecting.
Well, hold on. We're going to give a disclaimer that we made a conscious decision not to talk about politics anymore on this podcast.
Nope, I am not talking about any politics when it comes to
the current climate, so we don't.
Exactly. Yeah. All I'm going to say with this woman is that something is very wrong. That is all I'm going to say.
Well,
how does that work? And why her? How did that get to you?
Through TikTok. And I was like, you know how sometimes you watch certain things and then all of a sudden, because you may have spent a little bit too long on one thing, other things just start coming in. So it was one of those. And she brushed by. I've never been somebody who watches her, nothing like that. And I'm like, she's not okay. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but that's the reason I use that in specifics today is because 4 different people have brought her to my attention. randomly asking me. It's just like I said, the do you feel things on celebrities? Yeah. And she's been the closest one in the last, like literally in the last half an hour, having that conversation of like, hey, yeah, she's not cool. Like something's up there. Like her heart's broken and she's kind of like spewing it all over the place. So just when you listen to her talk, understand that I don't think it's from a professional side. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. And
So.
like Holly said, I don't know if we like mentioned it
We didn't.
Just as a disclaimer, outside of what you're talking about with Stacy, is that because I've actually had a few fan members message me and be like, why haven't you talked about anything political lately? And with the climate that we're in, Holly's got to feed her child. Kelvin's got to pay his rent. I got to keep my house, and it's not worth it right now. And so when we get to a point to where the temperatures cool down and people don't take your words and misconstrue them for something that they're not, we're just going to choose not to talk about it at the moment. Because right now it's just not worth it.
Nope.
But what you're saying, which is really sad, because
so it's one of those things. The other person that I feel upon all the time with, and this is going to sound crazy, but I knew Taylor Swift was dating Travis Kelce way before they even started talking about it. I can feel people who have lost their lives. Okay, you're going to crack up with this. Ike Turner came through once in one of my sessions.
What?
Honest to God. Honest to God.
Girl, Ike Turner, girl. From I Get a Rock Dance, girl.
I'm telling you.
All the random people.
Dude, I felt Michael Jackson before. I have honestly, like this is a legit thing. And I know I sound crazy, and y'all, I don't talk about any of this. You know that. You guys know that on a personal level. I'm not like, oh, hey, felt Michael Jackson this afternoon. No, right. I kind of like, let it go because I sound like I'm insane. But forget it. We're all about it today. Michael Jackson, Ike Turner, McGraw, the baseball player, felt him. Tim McGraw's dad.
Wait.
Oh, Tug McGraw?
Yeah, I felt him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What is Michael saying?
I'm telling you, I can't. It's all family stuff. It's personal. But I mean, like, I have literally had sessions where these people have come through with family, and this person was a client was related. I had no idea. And I'd be like, okay, this is the most random thing, but so-and-so who's like this major, ginormous celebrity is coming through. And I have to talk about this. And they're like, oh, that was my uncle. What? Like,
that
stop.
Wild.
Oh,
that is crazy.
My God. That is like, what are they? I mean, obviously you can't say what they said, but is it just like, I need to resolve something with family or a lot of
it. I will say to the Turner situation, that was definitely of, oh, hey, this needs to be resolved. I did X, Y, and Z. This was who I was. This is who I really am. That kind of conversation. I wrote that stuff down with that session because it was like the first time I'd ever felt a celebrity. And then I started getting really excited about celebrities because they're just people. I get more excited about meteorologists,
I think that's one of the things that I, over the years of us interviewing celebrities, have really come to realize. And as simple as it sounds, you forget it, is that these are just people.
Right.
And I remember, and I've said this before, I think on the podcast, that when last time I saw Taylor Swift during the Era show in Tampa in 2022, and they had helicopters over the stadium, and like we were tailgating for her in front of the Raymond James Stadium. And as we're talking now, granted, this was after several cocktails tailgating, I thought to myself, Taylor Swift took a shit this morning.
Yeah.
She is a human. Like, she woke up just like we did, went to the bathroom, and was like, oh, gotta work today.
Mm-hmm.
She probably gets up, and all joking aside, because I can feel this, I don't want to get up today. I don't want to do this today. I want to go somewhere else.
Right.
And
like
even listening to some of those songs on this record screams that. Of like, she just wants to rest.
Yes, because she don't stop.
No.
Oh my God, what if she's like the K-pop Demon Hunters, where like remember
She's sealing the honeymoon.
and like
I was
that's
gonna
why she
say.
just keeps coming out with album after I'm like, girl, go sit down, go to a beach and hang out. And she's like, I gotta seal it up.
I can't. I can't.
No, but go get that basketball hoop on the end of your driveway.
Life.
There's
Now-
a song called Wish List that she has out today, and I'm just like, oh, that girl. Like, she's just as normal as we are, if not more normal. And I love the fact that she ended up with Chelsea or with Travis, because he's just as normal as she is. And they come from a very good background, and they're going, mark my words, they're going to be one of those couples that last. I was not surprised about Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman.
Nicole.
I'm so sad about that. I was so sad.
cried.
Miguel hasn't
Years
unpacked.
ago. I mean, really, you haven't. I mean, because I was, y'all don't understand. I have met Keith Urban like 2 or 3 times. I loved him when I was in my country radio era. He was so down to earth. He was so kind every time that I met him. And I do love Nicole Kidman. And then when all of that shit that she went through with Tom Cruise and that whole mess, and then when they got together, I'm like, they're both Australian. They have stuff in common. They seem like down to earth people in real life. And so then I got really sad when I saw that it wasn't working out.
Yeah, he got bored. And how do you
bored?
Yes. And this is one of those things of, I don't care who you are, whenever you've had your spouse kind of give up on you or feel like it gave up on you, I want you to remember this happens to people that you idolize, that you think are absolutely beautiful and a size 0 and are perfect. They go through the exact same heartbreaks and the same issues that we do. They go, and it was weird because it was about 8-9 months ago. I had, again, TikTok, something thrown off on TikTok. I was like, oh, they're not okay. All right. I make little notes on my, in a journal and just to see whether or not it comes true. Yep. Not surprised. So it's, yes, I read people all the time and famous people all the time.
So what do you think, from what you can feel with Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, was the issue? I saw a headline this morning that he's going through a midlife crisis, but I didn't get a chance to read the article to see exactly like what they're detailing. But like, what are you feeling from them?
With me, for him, it's the boredom. It's the trying to, feels like he cannot do enough by her. It feels like they're grown apart as 2 different people and 2 different lifestyles. It feels like she's actually putting more effort into herself, and that's also taking away from him, which is another reason why it just feels like he either went elsewhere or he separated himself away from her. Like, I blame this on him. Sorry. Because you heard it here first, y'all.
Well, because what I find so interesting about their situation is Nicole Kidman over the past, I feel like since the pandemic, has not stopped working. I mean, between TV shows and movies, there's always something. And to me, I remember when she was in that sort of cheesy Netflix show last year where it was like a murder mystery of like this rich family on the beach. And like it was good, but it was very campy, over the top. But I was like, this feels a little beneath you. Like, why are you doing this?
Right.
And then I remember thinking, I wonder if she's trying to like escape through work. Because I was like, girl, you are an Oscar-winning actress worth, I had to look up her net worth, $250 million. Are they paying you that good on this cheesy, which I did love, show on Netflix where you dancing on the beach and stuff to this corny stuff? Like, why are you doing this?
Right.
Is it to escape not so great home situation?
Right. I wonder when it started to unravel for them, because, you know, they seemed to really be getting along and making it through a lot of stuff. They have 2 kids together. I just wonder when that, because like you're together for, they were married for almost 20 years, wasn't it?
18, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they have a 17-year-old too, don't they?
I think so. I don't know how old the kids are, but I do know. I mean, that's not uncommon, and we're, you know, it's more uncommon for celebrities to remain married for that long. So there's that. But like people in everyday life get divorced, you know, after 20, 30, 40 years as well. So it's not like it's not ever heard of, but
I just
interesting.
did a quick Google search, and now, granted, we can't take this with any grain of salt, but this is what the speculations are. They say signs of trouble, personal loss. Kidman reportedly reached a tipping point after Keith Urban left her during a period of deep personal distress when her mother died the previous September. That's according to the Daily Mail. Lack of quality time. The couple spent significant amounts of time apart due to their demanding work schedules, with their interactions reducing to phone calls and a sense of being like co-workers rather than spouses.
Yeah, I can see that.
Public displays of affection. Some suggested that public displays of affection at events, while seemingly affectionate, might have been performative and not an indication of authentic connection, but who knows?
Yeah.
And then the last one, Keith's actions. Sources close to Keith Urban mentioned he had been making questionable choices for some time, and the Daily Mail reported rumors of him dating a younger woman in the industry. But like I said, none of these are confirmed. This is just pure speculation, but
yeah,
people are talking.
I'm just saying.
I could see very much like if you have it, like they do spend so much time apart.
Right.
I mean, and like their industries, even though they're both performers, their industries are very different. So you spend that much time apart, you're not really connecting, and over a long period of time, like years and years and years of that, it's got to take a toll. You're not building a bedrock of a foundational relationship anymore.
And on top of that, if she lost her mother, and we know as women who, when you lose your mom, something changes in you. And if he wasn't supporting her in the way that she needed, that would make sense to why I was feeling her kind of like regrouping and taking care of herself for the first time.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, that would make a lot of sense. See, look at I love stuff like this because it's like, oh, that would make sense. But that's what I mean. It was like it just feels like all of a sudden she had to turn inward to feed her own cup. And I don't think she's ever known how to do that in her life, because it always feels like deep down she's a big people pleaser. And I think that she always put her career and her kids and her life ahead of herself. And I think when her mom died, that was her wake up call of like, wow, okay, I need better than this. So it may have not worked so well up for their marriage.
And I will say that movie she did, was it Baby Girl?
Yeah.
I still didn't see it.
Girl.
I haven't seen it either.
I haven't.
There's this one scene of her in a hotel room with that young intern.
Yeah.
Like, usually sex scenes in movies don't make me feel awkward. Felt like I saw something I wasn't supposed to see. So intense how it happened, like just her performance.
Was she showing full front?
No, you didn't see anything. That was what was crazy. Like, you don't see, like, Nicole Kidman is not naked in that scene at all. But just, and I think if I remember correctly, it was just on her face. Like, it was a lot.
Supposedly all of that was real in the sensations. Supposedly.
Well,
I don't know. Where's the intimacy coordinator? Like,
right.
How does that happen? Like, yeah.
See, but here's the thing, and I don't want to like spoil it for you, but like, they're not having penetrative sex in that moment.
But that's what I mean. How could it be? Because even in movies, like, you're not really having sex in a movie.
Right.
Simulating. If it's oral, you're simulating. It's all simulating. So like, but you also have to be in it, like in the zone in your head, so that you can act it. So who knows what was going on in her head? I don't know.
Well, and that's
maybe she's that good.
Or maybe she was thinking of Homeboy, and like she was literally living that moment.
You say
literally. Come on, Miami.
Literally. But yeah, so I definitely recommend Baby Girl. But that scene, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I shouldn't be seeing this right now. Back to Taylor Swift. So what are you feeling and getting, Stacy, for Taylor Swift?
I think there's going to be a wedding within the next 3 to 4 months.
My God.
Yeah. I think this has been planned way before all of this. I can't help it. Everything in my gut says either people in the background have been working behind the scenes, or in her head, she's already had, I would almost guarantee it with the way she is, because she's type A, where she has everything planned out and all she has to do is say go. I'm telling
That
you.
would make sense. Because I was like, I really think she was like, they had talked about getting engaged, obviously. But I don't think she knew exactly when. And I think she was waiting for it, because things were pointing to it happening. But I think the day the podcast, she really didn't know it was coming that day. So then since that was a surprise, it's like, well, how do you just orchestrate what's bound to be a royal wedding, but for America?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's gonna be America's royal wedding.
Yeah, I read in the show prep today, it was saying that the wedding industry is gearing up to use that wedding as like a trend-setting event, and they're assuming that people will be spending more money on weddings to try to make it look like that. And I'm like, well, not mine. Y'all can sorry about you. Y'all ain't getting a Taylor Swift wedding with me. No, but I could see if you did have a big budget and you were, even if you're not a giant Swiftie, or even if you don't really like her, whatever she does is going to influence wedding trends for at least the next year.
I love that she's a big old money train. Like people just capitalize, like, little boutiques or Girl Tribe, for example. They use the living bleep out of her image. I don't know if it's legal or not, but I
think some of it is not,
Yeah.
and they may get shut down. But yes,
But it's really cute stuff. I love seeing tumblers when they make them in like the different eras. Like, it doesn't matter what, if you mimic something for Taylor Swift, like, people will buy it, and I love that.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like, and I don't know this, I haven't seen any data, but it feels like unless it's like a big corporation that's trying to capitalize on it, it's just more promotion for Taylor Swift. Like at this point, there's no need to shut things down because it's only helping your brand, and she's a billionaire at this point. So it's like shutting down like a little women's boutique Girl Tribe here in Charlotte. You're going to get
what's the point?
Pennies from them. But you now, like, they were just on the local news station this morning. They were showing off all the merch, and I was like, I don't think that's officially licensed, because it literally girl. And I was like, not y'all putting that on TV like that. Be like, come to our celebration and buy it. But I feel like at this point, though,
wait, whose was it?
Girl Tribe.
Oh,
yeah, that's not officially licensed.
Yeah.
Shut down. No.
Isn't there a story where she was trying to sue somebody for using
She
her
was trying to
image?
shut it down.
Right.
She was trying to shut somebody down.
If it gets big, I feel like she will flex, which whatever, I understand. It's her image.
Like if it's like fucking Nabisco trying to make Oreos with Taylor Swift
and they
they're
didn't
not
ask.
Right. Like that's different than Girl Tribe, who's trying to make an extra $1,000 to cover their rent for the month.
Right.
Like that makes sense. But good for her. I mean, between her and Beyonce, like they are changing the economy whenever they put something into the universe.
Yes.
It's true. Look at all of the Western paraphernalia that I'm sure saw a massive boost after Cowboy Carter from folks that would never have bought that stuff.
If you see PacSun right now, all their stuff is Western wear, and I'm like, but then but this was around the Cowboy Carter stuff, and I was like, oh, I need an outfit.
I see why. I see why that's the way it is. Yeah, they influence it. They are influencers at the end of the day.
Yeah,
absolutely. So
Now,
the other couple to watch out for too for falling apart would be Ryan Reynolds
and Blake.
and Blake Lively. I say this year. That's my call.
Well,
2026.
We got 2 months left.
This year, I don't have the time, but
2026, boo boo.
It's just been so much, and that would be hard on anybody. Obviously, all of that legal stuff and all of the backlash about the legal stuff, and then all of the online things. And at first, it's like positive for you, but then it's super negative. And they're both, famous for acting and their brand, and it's a lot to sustain that. So I don't disagree with you. I could see that happening, which is a shame because it really very much seems like he quite adores her and has always. But I don't know.
I've read also that Ryan Reynolds is not the same jokey person
I'm sure
that we get, and that he has been the one that was sort of pulling the strings behind the scenes with this whole situation with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni and the lawsuit, that he was the one that was like, oh no, we need control over this. This is our movie. and was sort of pushing her to do it when she really didn't want to.
Yep.
And that now it's made her the villain.
Right.
And now it's starting to spill out that he was the mastermind. But like I said, I read ridiculous things and listen to ridiculous podcasts. So I don't know if any of this is true, obviously, because we don't know them. But that's
from
what
your favorite psychic friend, I'm saying it's true because he's very controlling. Because in my head, my personal feels, he has two faces, one for the acting, one for the silly, one for the jubilant, happy. Why do you think the snarky sarcasm comes out so well? You can't fake that. That's somebody's darkness. So I think at home, he's very quiet and very controlling and very type A. Everything needs to be in order. Why do you, he owns like how many different things that has he got his fingers into right now?
A lot.
Vodka, telephone. He's got a soccer team, a TV show about the soccer team. I'm sorry, football. We're in Wales.
Football.
But
Also, like Cash App type thing, right?
Oh, really?
Mint. I think he's doing stuff for Mint
Mobile.
Mint Mobile. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does commercials. That's right.
I think that's
so.
What
I'm just saying,
yeah, he's everywhere, and I agree. He can be super snarky, and I feel like if he gets pushed, like that, haha, can turn into snark very quickly. Probably.
Absolutely.
I don't know. This is all speculation.
This is all speculation, 100%. But
do you see Taylor Swift getting pregnant anytime soon?
I really hope so. I'm praying that I'm not wrong about that. I keep seeing her having a baby by the time she's 37, 38. I don't even know how old she is, but legit. Like I keep seeing
35, I think she's 35. She's the same age as my brother. She's born
she's 35.
a few days after my brother. So I always the same.
I just keep seeing a little boy and then I keep seeing a little girl because I keep seeing one of each.
So, all right, mark that down. We'll see.
My friend Erin and I were talking about, like, we thought for sure after Eras tour was done and then they get engaged and she was just going to lay low for a while. Like, put your wedding together, have a nice wedding, settle down, have some kids. And so when she said she has a new album coming out, I was like, girl, what are you doing?
She got to keep the demons away. That's why she got to keep
does.
She got
But I wonder if, like, with Beyonce and Taylor Swift, that because I listened to this pop culture podcast and they were saying that we really haven't seen women that have been around this long be this dominant for this long at this age, because normally this is when they go away and then you have the comeback album. And even I'd throw Lady Gaga into it as well, because when you think about all the course of our careers, Holly, like I remember when you and I were in Panama City the first go around in 2008, 2009, when Taylor Swift was on the scene in her country album was crossing over to pop.
Love Story era.
Like Red.
Right, yeah. And so and then Beyonce obviously has been around with Destiny's Child in the late 90s. And then now, when she went out into her solo career. And so one of the pop culture podcasts was saying that we've never seen women stay in the music industry this relevant, this long, and be this commanding. And so they're kind of like, well, let me keep putting out and producing.
Because I can.
Because then there'll come a time where when Taylor Swift has a child, she may be like, all right, y'all have gotten what you have gotten for me.
Right.
I want to go focus inward, and then you'll get an album from me whenever I feel like it.
Right.
I don't think she's ever going to do that.
Really?
I really think that the thing about Taylor Swift that earns my respect is that genuality about her. That is real. That is, some people are like, oh, she's so fake by how sweet she is. No, that is genuinely like who she is. And I think that right there, the love that she has for her fans, I think there have been periods of time where she has tried to step away. She took a whole year off that one time when she had just had enough. And how long did that last? You know what I mean? Like she gets a high off of it. What I think is going to happen, because Travis has half the year in football, that's going to be her time to work. That's going to be her time to do her thing. What she does with it, what I'm going to say with her is start watching her in the movies. I see her picking up acting and directing.
Hopefully not another Cats movie, girl.
Oh, I didn't see Cats.
Nobody did.
Nobody did.
That was the one thing in Taylor Swift's life that she was like,
no.
That's okay. failed. That's
Even
okay.
the best fail sometimes. You know?
We all got to have that one miss, and that was
That
Kat's.
one flop.
Yes.
That's okay.
So
yeah.
we only have a few more months left in the year, Stacy. Any predictions for the three of us before we wrap up 2025?
I'm so excited. For 2025, we're gonna say, Miguel, keep your head low, mouth shut, and just stay positive as possible. It's one of those things of there's an umbrella over you, like literally, like you're carrying an umbrella. So in my head, that means there's a lot falling on top of you, or you feel like the sky is falling. You and I haven't talked, so this is FYI, y'all. So there's in my head means literally lay low. It's going to be a rough couple of months. And you know me, I'm Little Miss Positivity and Sunshine. I just see a lot of challenging things happening. So like I said, just you have the umbrella, just lay low. When you feel like pushing or that instant need to say something back, don't. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong.
No, I don't. I think that like there's nothing
it's not crazy. It's just annoying little things.
Right. I think that with the state of the world and just a lot of things happening and like nothing, like there's no glaring thing that I haven't talked about in my personal life, but it just feels like this is time for Miguel to just, I go home, I eat my lunch, I do my silly little reels and TikToks, and then I cook dinner, and then that's it. I'm not trying to get on here and like, let me talk about politics and what's happening. I'm just like,
but you go over so much in your mind. Like, it's so interesting to me because those car ride home, I love this because we haven't talked. Car ride homes, or when you're actually like cooking, is when you're in your mind talking out the bullshit that runs through your day, your mind, everything is when you're sorting it all out. It's so cute. I love that because it's just, yeah. So when you do want to respond to stuff that might be happening, don't.
Okay. I love that.
Ooh, Holly. I never do you. You ready?
No, you never do.
I know. Continue this relationship building thing that you've got going on with your daughters. It's one of those things of like, she's looking up at you like this. Like, she's mine and she's my mom, and she's never going to disappoint me the way she thinks she is. And you have to know that you guys are in a really great place, and you're going to continue to be in a really great place. And that's why it's not that she's argumentative. She wants to have a discussion when she does have something to say, if that makes sense.
And we're talking about mine.
She's just debating.
Yeah.
She comes across the way that it does.
You said what?
It doesn't come across the way that it's in her mind. It's not her intentions to come off snotty at times. It's just her delivery. So
I get it, especially because, you know, she's 12. That's what 12-year-olds do. And yeah, I get it. We're in a good spot. I really enjoy these tween years. I feel like maybe some people do not, but I have been particularly enjoying them because it's so fun watching her grow up, like literally before my eyes. Like, she got taller within like the last couple months. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Who is this? It's like I can see there's just like a new personality emerging. So it's just really fun to watch. I don't know. But yeah, man, I hate arguments, and she will just back and forth with me. Sometimes I'll realize we're in a little argument and I'm like, what are we talking about? Stop, that's enough. Why are we arguing about pants right now?
Silence.
But that's her. And what you're seeing in those little shadows of those conversations, that's going to be her. Like, you're seeing bits and pieces of adult, you know what I mean? And it's really cool. And just know that she really does adore and idolize you. She watches you. She watches how you talk and how you cook and the things that you do with your hair. And it's just cool. So yeah, sorry. And I never talk about her and I never feel on her, but things have been running through your mind too. And I just want to let you know that you're doing a really great job and she's happy.
Oh, good. That makes me happy. That's what any parent's goal is, right? You just want your kid to be happy. So yeah, I really am trying all my hardest. I got me in therapy. I got her. Everybody's in therapy so we can try to be our best selves.
Hey, I say go for it all the way, baby. Calvin, how are you?
Together. Sorry, no, go ahead.
What?
No,
No,
go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I
No,
was
no, you're-
asking Kelvin how he was doing because I keep seeing suitcases, and you guys know when Stacy sees suitcases, somebody's traveling. So where are you going, baby?
Well, the last time we talked, you said that I was going to travel, and I was like, "Girl, stop lying. Like, it's not going to happen. It's on the budget."
Legit, what he said. Like
I ended
this
up,
was a phone call.
yeah, I ended up going to Miami, New York. You told me I was going to see Gaga. I did end up seeing Gaga, and we are in the midst right now of trying to plan a honeymoon in January, but
Yes.
because of the government shutdown,
That shutdown stupid thing's gonna last for another maybe week. So with this, because I keep seeing Christmas decorations as if you guys have gone away for Christmas, or I'm wondering if it's gonna be for New Year's and like when you said January, because I'm like, because whenever you're doing it, it feels like the first of the year or where there's Christmas decorations still out. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what I keep seeing with you, with suitcases around you.
I hope so. Yeah, January is when we're trying to shoot for to go overseas. So we'll see.
Have y'all picked the destination yet?
We are looking at Barcelona.
Oh,
Yeah. So
yes.
hopefully. But yeah, I'm feeling that. I do need to travel more. I'm just like so happy when I'm just experiencing new things.
It's going to be food, and it's going to be across the and you're not just going to Barcelona this next year. In 2026, and I wanted to talk to you about this earlier, is I feel like there's 3 different trips over the pond. So that means you're going to Europe in 3 different times, or like France and Rome on one, or Barcelona. But I keep seeing Ireland and England, and I don't know why, and I don't know, but it's like England, Ireland, Scotland, and like even Iceland and Germany, that whole area too. So you're in charge of your own fate and destiny, but I don't know how to explain it because you're eating different foods from there.
Yeah,
she gonna be eating.
Girl. I'm always gonna eat. Actually, trying to plan also another trip to Alaska because Oscar's parents really, really want to go. It's just cruises are really expensive, but it's like one of their bucket list items, and we're trying to obviously spend as much time as we can. Now that they can travel, ever since some medical stuff happened. And then the other trip that I'm low-key planning on, I want to use points. It's not like I have all this money to travel to, but I have some friends in San Diego that want to celebrate their birthday in Greece. And so I'm hoping that's also another trip. Because
you're totally going there. Sorry, that's a thing. So yeah, just saying.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I love it. All of the fun time. Well, Holly and Kelvin, I'm gonna put my head down for the rest
I was
of
gonna
the
say, Miguel, I'm just protecting and covering you for right now. And if you do have trips, if you're planning things, I'm serious when I say this, between now and Christmas, you're gonna have hiccups. Leave yourself enough time. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about with that umbrella. Like, it just prepare for the unexpected. It just feels like stupid little annoying hiccups.
Please listen. I'm not like religious. I'm spiritual. So I don't pray all the time. I'm more, I think and I meditate.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you do, please send the blood of Jesus over me next week. Because I'm driving to Atlanta and Abe isn't going to be with me in the car. He's driving separately because he's coming from Florida.
We can go together.
Are you driving?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, I never know if you've like confirmed or not if you're going.
I want to go to ATL Pride this year. I told you, I definitely want to go. Oscar and I will happily join you.
Okay, because I was like, that's why he actually just got my car serviced, because I was like, you're not going? What if I get a flat tire? What if something happens and I'm just out here in the lurch?
We just got to wait until Oscar comes back from his flight. But yeah, we can go with you.
What time does he get back from his flight?
I'll figure it out.
Okay. I was like,
you go by yourself, bitch.
Wait a minute. What time? Because I want to get that Atlanta traffic. That's the thing that you want to try to miss, because I'll blow my top.
That's what. Okay, this makes total sense to me. Okay, that's cool. Because it does. It's just like little irky things.
Yes. Because if I get stuck in Atlanta traffic. All right. Well, Stacy, if people want a reading with you, because we've been sitting here having fun talking about celebrities in our lives, but your main bread and butter is connecting with those that have passed on. So
yes,
if somebody wants to connect with someone, especially as we're into spooky season, getting into the holidays where those sort of thoughts and memories come up, how can people reach out to you?
SoulWorkerStacyRenee.com is the most appropriate and easiest way to contact me or book a session with me. I'm also offering a lot of group parties right now and sessions and trying to do more events so I can kind of get families that have lost one, because what I'm noticing is people will book a session and like, oh, you've got to talk to my aunt and you've got to talk to my mom. And I'm like, no, why don't we start focusing on parties? So if you want to book a party or a session, just visit my website, soulworkerstacyrenee.com. And you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at soulworkerstacyrenee. Well, no, not .com, but soulworkerstacyrenee.
Now, Stacy, if people have like a Halloween or some sort of gathering and they want to have you like be there to help read, is that something you do as well?
That is something I love to do. And I love to do ghost walks. And I love to do, people will have me come to their homes to fill out who's there and talk to whatever spirit may be looming in their home or on their property. I have had, sincere thing, I have had realtors hire me to come bless the land or get rid of ghosts. Oof. It is a legit thing. So let's do it.
Well, thank you so much, Stacy. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
And then, Kelvin, your Sunday session is this Sunday.
It is. I'll be speaking with a new friend. I'm kind of doing something I've always wanted to do, which is legitimately getting to know somebody just in a podcast format. So yeah, I'll be talking with a new friend who he's this like spicy little short, muscly gay here in Charlotte, and he actually was in the Marine Corps, and I got to know a little bit about his story.
And how can people find you on social media?
At Kelvin Live.
Holly?
Radio Holly.
And mine is at Miguel Fuller. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Miguel and Holly